Welcome back to Santa Teaches Studios. Today we are going to make a quick buttermilk pie crust. We just use oil for the fat. There's no butter in it. This is actually the first time I've ever made this recipe for this pie crust. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but because it is so quick, I thought I'd give it a try. You can make this two different ways. You can pre-bake it for any of the cream pies or anything that you need the pre-baked pie crust for, or you can use it for making any type of pie with a cooked crust. So I'm actually today going to make it and use it for a chocolate cream pie and see how it tastes and go from there. So let's get started. We'll get it mixed up, get it in a pie pan. Actually, I'm going to use a brand new pie pan that we just bought. It's actually a cast iron from Lodge. Let's get started. We have 1 1/3 cups AP flour. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're also going to add a teaspoon of salt. We'll add that. We're going to go ahead and mix all the dry ingredients together. Get them nice and combined. Then we're going to make a well in the center. So what we're going to do is gently, slowly pull the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Here I have a 1/3 cup of a neutral flavored oil. I'm actually using grapeseed today. So let's go ahead and get that in there. As I said previously, we are using buttermilk. We're using basically 3 generous tablespoons of buttermilk. Normally I do weigh out everything if I've got the grams that is required, and I'll actually put those down in the comments. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and whisk together the wet ingredients. Then we're going to just kind of slowly fold in the flour, and we'll kind of mix that nice and easy. And we'll pull in some more flour. Kind of mix that together. And it's coming together. I do like doing baking with buttermilk, so hopefully this will really come out good. So I think I got it to the point that I can actually work it with my hands. Just going to kind of pull it, fold it, press it down. See if we can get the rest of this mixed in. The dough is really soft. It does look like a really nice dough. So I'm just going to kind of pat it down, fold it, kind of go the other way, see if I can get the rest of this incorporated into it. Do this fold 3 or 4 times. So we do seem to have a really nice dough here. As always, if you overwork it, it's going to kind of get tough. I'm going to add a little bit of flour down on our mat. We'll kind of push it out till we get it. About 1 inch thick. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and roll it out. Let me get these out of the way. Have a rolling pin. See if I can pinch some of these spots that are breaking loose. Like I say, I've never done this pie crust before, but we're all learning together. We've about got it where we want it. Let's go ahead and see if I can turn it over one more time. Fix this little spot right here. These other spots. Let's see how big we need to make it. Here's a pie pan. Yeah. Kind of working around the edges, see if I can get those edges taken care of. So normally you would use your butter very cold, and that would help get you the flakiness of your pie crust, and we don't have that right now. So like I say, I don't know how it's going to work out, how it's going to taste. The dough seems to be pretty good. Let's see, just a little bit bigger, I think. Okay, I think we're about pretty good. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it up, get it folded in half, so we can get it ready to go into the pan. Let's fold it in half, and we'll fold it in quarters. Oop, we did break a little bit right there. Just a little bit of oil in the bottom. Yeah, spray-on oil, you could use that. I don't have a spray-on oil. The dough does feel a little bit oily, which that's kind of to be expected since it does have an oil in it. This pie pan's a little bit taller than what I thought. Like I say, this is the first time I've used it. So we won't get a real fancy crust. I don't really have any crust up here to use that I can pinch and make fancy. Get what I can do it. I'm afraid it's just going to make it too small, too thin. It'll just burn. And actually what I think I will do is just cut it around this edge. And that way I won't have any sticking up above. There we go. Just kind of pinch it down a little bit to get rid of the rough edges. Not the prettiest pie crust, but for the first time, we'll see how it works out. Since we are going to bake this we want to go ahead and put a bunch of holes with a fork just to keep it from blowing up, getting the big air bubbles in it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get it in the oven. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put this in about a 400-degree oven for about 12 minutes and see how it comes out. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. The pie crust is done. Beautiful pie crust. It actually comes right out of the cast iron pan. Took some of the extra pie crust that was left over, rolled it out, and made something that my mom always used to make called peanut butter pinwheels. She'd take the dough, roll it out, put peanut butter on it, roll it up, and then cut it, slice it, and cook that. And I used that to try the dough. The dough's just got a little bit of a tang to it, I'm assuming from the buttermilk. But other than that, it wasn't super flaky, but it had a good texture to it. I think it's going to really work well. I'm going to go ahead and make a chocolate cream pie to go in here. And so, if you liked the video, select like, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can always get our new videos. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.